Okay, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. But I'm back for the weekend, which is really cool. And then I head back to do Mr. Mercedes Season 3. We're on episode 3 or 4. We shoot 2 of them at a time in a bulk run. But I sign an NDA, so I can't say anything, or just don't ask me any questions in the comment section about the show because you're not going to get any answers. But I will say this. So I was home for the weekend, and my wife and I went to a matinee, and we went and saw Us. And, you know, I got to say, Jordan Peele, what I like most about Get Out and now Us is that he's bringing something fresh and new. Like what James Wan did back in the day with the Saw films. When they first came out, nobody really knew anything about those movies, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom, something fresh, something new. But these movies are they're very psychological, both Get Out and Us. And so I won't go into too many spoilers about the movie because it's still fresh. It's only been out 2 weeks now. People are still checking this thing out. But Lupita Nyong'o did a fantastic job. In all of these, in the entire film, here's some spoiler stuff, but in the entire film, everybody's got a doppelganger, an identical look-alike, okay? And those are plot details that get into, and then what happens is, like, these people, these doppelgangers, want to take over and knock out their carbon copy in the real world as it would be. So Lupita Nyong'o is in this film. Winston Duke is in this movie. Now, Winston Duke, outside of the Marvel universe and Black Panther and Avengers, like, I didn't really know who he was, and I went on his IMDb and I looked at a lot of his older work, and now I'm interested in checking out some of his work. He was one of my favorite parts of the movie, his character. Elizabeth Moss was in this film. She did a great job. I will say the kids really, in some scenes, stole the show. So you had Shahida Wright Joseph. She scene-stealed every scene she was in. I mean, she was really good. And not just her character, but her doppelganger, which was like twisted, psychotic, running like a nut through. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, you could not take your eyes off Shahida when she was on screen. And some of the best scares are from that kid. And also, Evan Alex was the other, he played the son in the movie. And so it's all about this family that they go to Santa Cruz on a vacation. And Lupita's character, her mother has an old house on the inlet by the waterway, and they go there. And anyway, out of nowhere, these doppelgangers start showing up and killing the other versions of themselves. And it's just crazy. I mean, I knew sitting there in the theater when the opening shot was like a push in on a TV that had all these VHS tapes in it, and it was talking about 1986 and all this kind of stuff. And there was a VHS of C.H.U.D sitting right on the cabinet there. And C.H.U.D is a movie that came out in the 80s. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, and that ties into the film. It was a little Easter egg there. There was also a Goonies DVD and a bunch of 80s stuff that people can all relate to, but the C.H.U.D one made sense as the movie went on because these doppelgangers live subterranean, almost like in a lab where there's lots of rabbits, and the assumption is the rabbits they're doing medical testing, and then also there's some Alice in Wonderland there with the rabbits down in the rabbit hole, and how far can we go, but also how the rabbits multiply, and so like there's all these things, and I'm sure like I talked to my friend Steve, who manages the movie theater that I go to, and he said, you know, afterwards when I walked out, he said, Shaun, he's like, I want to go see it again because I feel like there's so many Easter eggs in there that I need to go back and watch it again. And I agree with him. This may be a film that you want to see twice because you have to be able to absorb everything. The kills in this movie are fantastic. I can't say enough about The direction, it was shot beautifully. Every frame looked amazing. It really is it just goes to show you how Jordan Peele is just and also, you know, with Jordan Peele, there's comedy in this, and it's the levity is all in places where after you're like clinging onto the seat and you're like, oh my God, when's this creature or when's this person coming to kill or whatever, and then like there's a joke and there's whew, and you feel a little bit more relaxed. This movie, although there was some horrific kills in it, is more of a thriller and a psychological movie. Like, you have to really think about things. So I wouldn't say it's like a gore fest or anything like that. If that's what you're looking for, this is not your movie. Is this a second film for Jordan Peele? I think it's a good film. I don't know if it's like Get Out good, like that kind of appeal, but who knows? You know, during the Oscar season, I said there was a lot of movies that I didn't think were Oscar quality, and they wind up winning. So the hell do I know? Sometimes I felt that way about Green Book, but anyway. So Us, good film. Lupita Nyong'o when she plays the doppelganger, which there's a massive twist at the end, which I kind of saw coming, but wasn't really sure. And then when it happened, I was like, okay, I get it. But I'm not going to spoil that for you guys. But whenever the doppelgangers, they don't seem to know how to talk. And so, like, Lupita does this creepy, when she's talking, it's very creepy. And I mean, it's creepy as shit, okay? And my hat's off to her, man, because she even threw an American accent down that rocked. Flawless American accent. And so yeah, I enjoyed the film. I give it a B+. I just don't know, like, I gotta go see it again. And maybe I'll fall in love with it a little bit more when I start seeing more of these little Easter eggs everywhere. But there's a lot of them. So you may want to see this movie twice. But those are my thoughts. The wife and I went and saw a matinee of Us. We enjoyed it. Was it a great movie? That's up for you to decide. Let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.